I've been creating tutorials about proper rotations, especially for tanks. I've shared the rotation I used that helped me rank up faster, but this video will be different. This guide will focus more on how you will rotate in every situation and the different ways to dominate in your rotations. And it will also include how to handle having bad teammates that only know how to feed the enemy. We're going to take a look and understand the primary role of a roamer. At the end of this video, you will surely become a better roamer. So first thing first is to buy a roaming boots. This is a very important item if you're a roamer. There are 4 types of it, each with different passive effect. Encourage Boots gives nearby teammates extra physical and magic power. This boots is good to use when you use an engager roamer. The Favor Boots give extra healing or shield. This is very suitable for roamers who uses healing skills. Dire Hit Boots gives roamer an extra damage to low HP enemies. This boots is mainly used for damage roamers. And the Conceal Boots gives conceal effect and movement speed to self and nearby teammates when activated. This skill is very good for tank heroes to surprise enemies with a set. Okay, now that you understand the boots, pick whatever is best for your hero. So in the first part of the game, you must always assist your jungler, help them clear and secure their buffs. You can do this in different ways. First is to help them kill the jungle monster to secure it faster. Second, you can also check bushes to provide vision for incoming invaders. And you can also help them secure their camps by distracting the enemy jungler and making them focus on your presence. The next important play is to provide visions to prevent ambushes to your team. Do this by giving your team the location of the enemy roamer, mid laners or jungler. They are the primary heroes that rotate and ganks. By providing this information, you can stop their ambush or make your team ready for incoming fight. In this clip, you can see that Bharat's just got the golem and still didn't get his blue buff, so I rush towards the area where he will end up. I estimated that Bharat's will get the blue buff first, then he will get the lizard, and then he will go to the bottom lane. As you can see here, I now have a clear vision of where the enemy jungler is, as well as the roamer and mage. When I see the enemy roamer closing in on our marksman, I immediately go for backup to zone and protect my ally. You can see that 4 enemies rotate to the bottom lane. By not providing vision, it would be an easy kill for the enemy. Supporting each lanes is very needed. Rotate between lanes to assist teammates in securing kills or defending against ganks. As a roamer, you need to keep in mind that one of your primary roles is to help and assist your team to be ahead in the game. Early team fights usually happen when securing the turtle. You need to support your team in this situation. Zone away the enemy, especially their jungler. Use your crowd control skills to engage or disrupt them. In this turtle fight, see how I timed Mino's ultimate and skills to disrupt enemy skills and retribution. Timing is very important to win a turtle fight. Look, after we got the turtle, I found myself fighting alone against 3 enemies, but I saw Vale hiding in the bush with his ultimate on, so I read what he would do. Then I baited the enemy to go to this area to make Vale finish them. And if you're using a support hero that doesn't have CC, stay close to your team, and if an ally engage, be ready to support them and focus on your positioning. In the mid-game, you need to prioritize taking objectives, like taking down towers in Turtle. When pushing towers, go along with your team, use your tankiness to absorb damage, and use your crowd control to catch enemies while your teammates deal damage. To support and damage roamers, zone away, or catch an enemy so you can push towers. So in this, carry is trying to defend their tower, but we have the advantage. Using tank crowd control skills, you will eliminate carry, which will lead you to push a tower.
An ally has been slain.
If you're dealing with a feeder teammate, adjust your rotation, protect that ally if you can, peel the enemy away from them. Make sure that ally can recover and can keep up with your team. On this clip, when I began to rotate to the top lane, I saw the enemy tank and mage also going to the top. So I give this information to my team by giving them vision. But I notice our gold laner is not paying attention to the map, so I keep signaling to retreat, but they still want to engage. So I give my all to protect that ally by using my tankiness and slowing them with my skills. When I left Melissa to rotate and get objectives, she was having a hard time playing solo in her lane, so I adjust my rotation by focusing on her lane and helping her get back into the game. In here, I began to engage with the enemy marksman. I kept targeting him so that our gold laner would be ahead and get back to the game. This is the best thing you can do if you have an ally who is having a hard time. Look for opportunities to engage in team fights. Wait for the right timing, especially around objectives, so that your team will have an advantage. Map awareness is a very important skill to have for any role. A good roamer will check the map almost every second. This will make you aware of where the enemy position is and what is happening and will happen in the game. Help your team maintain proper wave management, such as freezing waves near your towers to deny farm to the enemy, or pushing waves to apply pressure on enemy turrets. In the late game, decision-making and execution become very important as teams fight for control of objectives to secure victory. When initiating team fights, focus on targeting their core damage heroes and catch them with the right timing. Don't initiate on tank heroes, but if they are out of position and your teammates are nearby, go for it. One of roamers' primary roles in the late game is to protect damage dealers, maintain vision control, and check bushes to prevent surprise attacks. Position yourself between your carries and the enemy team to absorb damage and disrupt enemy engagements. In this gameplay, you can see I positioned myself slightly ahead of my team, and then Melissa dashes towards the enemy, and that gives the enemy the signal to engage because they see our marksman is out of position. When they engage, I immediately jump right back in front to protect my allies and interrupt their engagement. I use Minotaur's healing skill, then absorb damage from their mage that targets Melissa. I maintain my position to support my team and engage. Shot calling is very important. If you are using a tank, you often have the frontline position and a good view of the map. Coordinate with your team and be the shot caller. Even in solo rank, you do this by spamming the action buttons. Wait for the right opportunity to engage. Read the situation. If your team has the ultimate, then catch the enemy with the perfect set. Getting the Lord is the turning point in the game. Most of the time, whoever gets the Lord will have a higher chance of finishing the game, so securing the Lord is very crucial. In order to get the Lord, you must first come up with a good engagement. You must first eliminate an enemy to secure the Lord safely. Zone the enemy, check the bushes, or wait for the perfect set to secure the Lord and finish the game. Alright guys, as you saw, roaming is very challenging, but also very enjoyable. This guide really works for me, and surely it will also work for you. If you find this guide helpful, like this video and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.